KAMIL Jablonski versus Jerry CADORETTE, right arm, presser versus presser. Before the match, I made a video saying that this is going to be one of the most boring matches in the history of arm wrestling. And I couldn't have been more wrong. And I'm happy to say that. That was a very unpredictable match at one moment, although I still believe it was because KAMIL made a beginner's mistake. It wouldn't have been like that. Jerry wouldn't have made a comeback. The crowd wouldn't have suddenly started cheering USA, USA out of nowhere, but it happened. So round one, KAMIL he just side pressure move, whatever it was, hook, top roll, whatever you want to call it, beat him easier than Levan did, easier than Vitali did, easier than Hermes Gasparini did. Round two, he put Jerry in a hook and just looked into Jerry's eyes and told him he's nothing and just eased him down to the pad. Again, first two rounds, KAMIL beat Jerry easier than Levan, easier than Vitali, and easier than Hermes Gasparini. That was unbelievable. Round three, for God's sake, first time in those 3-0, 4-0 losses, Jerry changed something up. He switched something up. He went for a king's move. Yes, you heard it right. He went for a king's move. And this time, KAMIL tried to contain that with his fingers without the straps. He couldn't. Jerry was able to get out of that. And in the strap, again, KAMIL tried to contain that. He couldn't. Jerry was in his king's move. He was in the center table. Jerry was in a king's hook position. His shoulder was slightly declined. Devon was saying that it should be allowed. It's a neutral position. I don't know how Devon forgot that rule, but shoulder decline is not allowed in a neutral position. It's allowed only in a winning position. So that was incorrect commentary from Devon right there. But KAMIL did something weird. He started climbing, he started top rolling, and as soon as Jerry sensed that somebody is top rolling me in a stopped match, he immediately stood up and pressed KAMIL down to the pad. KAMIL's elbow flew off the side of the pad. He had everything. He had full hand control. His forearm was vertical on the pad, and still it went down in less than a second. I mean, why would he do that? That's why I was saying it was a beginner's mistake. If KAMIL just went to flop press Jerry's king's move, he would have won this match 4-0. And it would have been the boring match that I was talking about. There wouldn't have been anything interesting there. But instead, he himself got flop pressed. Luckily, he realized that in the later rounds, in the next round, KAMIL just flop pressed Jerry off the go without the strap. And Devon thought that it wasn't a pin. Jerry should have contested it, but Jerry left the table, so he couldn't contest. Devon thought, and many others thought, that it was Jerry's forearm that touched the pad. So the score was 3-1 at this moment. And in the final round, again a king's move from Jerry, got the slip in the strap. KAMIL went for the top roll, but then he immediately switched to a flop and just drilled Jerry down to the pad. It was very easy. It should have been equally easy in the round that KAMIL lost to, but he didn't go for a flop then. So we saw a king's move from Jerry. Man, people have figured Jerry out. But after seeing this, if somebody does not have a flop as good as KAMIL, and rarely people do, then Jerry can make it interesting with his king's move. But people have figured out his flop. It is not going to work for him. It's looking pretty bad for Jerry. I'm not sure how he's going to maintain his, I would say, even top 10 ranking. After this loss, he's like 5, 6, 6. But still, he's going to struggle in the future to maintain even his top 10 ranking. Many more people are going to beat Jerry in the future. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.